Oh, it's Top 7 Saturdays. This is what the movie guy looks at. Top 7 kids in movies who don't suck. Yeah, that's very specific, I know, but you'll see why. Let's see who made the list. Brought to you by the Movie Guy. Hi, the Movie Guy, and this week on Top 7 Saturdays, I'm looking at kids in movies that don't suck, and I'm looking at ones that are recent. Now, if you don't know, most of the time having a kid in your movie is like a death knell. It's a terrible thing to have, because kids generally suck. They either do one of two things. They either are so cute that they just distract from the movie, or they suck at acting so bad that they really hurt the movie. But every once in a while, you get some kid actors that are decent, and then every once in a while, you get one or two that are just like, wow, that was impressive. Now, what made me think of this was Jurassic World. If you've seen Jurassic World, I've seen Jurassic World, my review's right there for it. There were two kids in Jurassic World, and neither one of them is going to be winning Oscars unless they change something great in their life, let's put it that way. The youngest one, you may have seen in Iron Man 3, which was an abomination of a movie, but we'll move on past that. So, I thought, okay, these are bad kid actors, clearly. Like, they're not the worst, but still, they could have been way better, and every time they came on screen, I was just like, get back to Chris Pratt, because he's cooler. Anyway, so here are 7 child actors that are working right now that don't suck. Some of which are actually awesome. Number 7, Jaden Lieberhard from St. Vincent and Aloha. Alright, this kid is a decent, okay actor, and I haven't seen Aloha, and I probably don't want to, but I will sooner or later, just so I can say I've done it. But I did see St. Vincent, and in St. Vincent, this kid is actually okay. He's kind of funny. Bill Murray plays off him pretty well. He doesn't annoy me. Let's just put it that way. This kid is in a Bill Murray movie, and he's not annoying. That's a good thing. And he's actually got some okay comedic timing. I have no clue whether he's going to be good in any other movie, but in this one, he worked. Number 6, Emma J. Anthony, Chef and Insurgent. Alright, I haven't seen Insurgent, but I saw this kid in Chef, and he's actually really kind of funny. He's a Twitter hound, like in the movie. He's always talking about Twitter, and he's helping his dad with Twitter and stuff, but he's not annoying. He does things that regular kids would do, and he doesn't take away from the film, he just kind of adds. So he actually helps his dad out in the story and the plot quite a bit. Without him, they wouldn't have been as successful. And his acting is solid enough that you're like, oh yeah, you're acting with Jon Favreau, and it's not bothering me. That's good. Number 5, Rohan Chad. Bad Words and the 100-Foot Journey of the 100-Foot Journey. Yeah, I think it's called. Alright, I've seen Bad Words, haven't seen the 100-Foot Journey yet, but this kid is a solid little actor. He's in a movie that's restricted talking about spelling bees with a grown man. There's points when it's just like, he is really funny. He actually plays off Jason Bateman's character really well, and the two of them have a nice little dynamic. Number 4, Rafe Cassidy. Tomorrowland and Snow White and the Huntsman. Okay, I saw Snow White and the Huntsman, and I don't remember her. I'm assuming she played young Snow White. But Tomorrowland, this is the girl in Tomorrowland that's the younger girl that is... She's really good. She actually was one of the best parts of Tomorrowland. She's British. I don't know, maybe she's not British in real life, but she played a little British girl, and if she is British in real life, well then, good. If you're not, that is amazing acting. But either way, good job. You had conversations with George Clooney for most of it, not the end, forget the end, but for most of the movie. And you did great. That's something to say. Number 3, Mackenzie Foy, Interstellar and The Conjuring. Now, if you've seen Interstellar, Young Murph. This is who I'm talking about, Young Murph. And they did an awesome job pairing Young Murph with Old Murph with Jessica Chastain, but Young Murph is played by Mackenzie Foy. And she does an outstanding job. She's emotional when she needs to be, she's inquisitive, she's smart, she's not two-dimensional. Sure, she steals all the thunder away from her brother in the movie, but that's just the way it is with some kids. So there are families where one kid just outshines the other kid. Not my family, but you know, I've seen them. So it's kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. Number 2, Quvenzhané Wallis. I actually said her name right. Look at me, pat yourself on the back. Beast of the Southern Wild with Annie. Now, I haven't seen Annie, so I'm not talking about that. Beast of the Southern Wild, this girl freaking was amazing. Forget about not distracting from the film. She was the film. And she did an outstanding job. And it was kind of her first time acting from what I remember seeing. She's gone on to do Annie, and of course, like, my daughters love the new Annie, so I'm cool with it. But her acting chops at such a young age are really impressive. And I am quite interested to see where she goes with this. Hopefully not more singing movies, but you know, we'll see what happens. But there's one kid. Should do, I guess, one. But there's one kid, because then I do one kid and there's 2 kids. Never mind. One kid. There's one kid in the last bunch of years that I saw in a movie and was just like, that kid is awesome. And that kid is Pierce Gannon, the kid from Looper. Pierce Gannon is in Looper. He's also in a movie called Wish I Was Here, and he's actually in Tomorrowland as the little brother. And he does fine in that, but he doesn't have much to work with. But in Looper, holy crap! He plays this creepy little kid that's super smart, and, well, I'm not going to tell you too much about his character other than that. Let's just say he has to do emotional stuff from a range of being sorry to being super angry to just trying to talk to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character to make him understand what's going on. There's a scene where he's coming down the stairs and he's being all quiet and stuff, and it's just like, he's like, the kid is phenomenal. He just, as an actor, he fit perfectly and he completed that movie. That movie, if you would have had another kid actor in that movie, Looper would not have been nearly as good a movie. I'm really interested to see where Paris Ganon's going with his career. I hope he doesn't turn into a Macaulay Culkin. I hope he turns into someone awesome like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I have daughters, they're kids, they're great. But kids quite often ruin movies. They just stick out like a sore thumb. Be honest, if you've seen Jurassic World, would you have been upset if those two kids weren't in the movie? No. If you're a kid, you might, but if you're an adult, you're like, no. If they hadn't had that whole storyline, wouldn't have bothered me a bit. So, let me know, what kids are awesome in movies nowadays? Who do you think is going to be the next big star as a kid? And who do you think on this list is going to burn out really fast? That's kind of mean I'm betting on people's childhood being ruined by turning into terrible actors later. But do it anyways, because, you know, it's fun. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay bearded. You've been watching The Bearded Movie Guy, Top 7 Saturdays. 7 kids that don't ruin films. Yet. Because they may ruin later ones. But right now, they didn't ruin them going in. So yeah, subscribe, tell your friends. And as always, your thoughts everywhere. Now, I saw Snow White and the Huntsman, but I don't remember. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Answer the phone. Hello, Penny. 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 How are we doing on time? Oh, good. I'm going to see Jeff. He's a friend of mine. He's bald.